Hi everyone, my name is JT Pilot, and today we'll be making another review. This time we're reviewing NG Miles' brand new United Boeing 767-300ERs. I'll be reviewing the Evo Blue version, just a standard livery, and I'll be reviewing the United 767-300 with the hard landing repair there, so that's something cool NG did, so it's grateful to see a model with a mismatched livery being released from NG, so that's great to see, and can't wait to review for you guys. So these are new NG models that were released in January 2025 that started arriving to retailers in February of 2025. So, yeah, and these are excellent NG models. There's some minor issues with these models, but these models still have the NG's 767 issues, so that is pretty unfortunate. So, we'll be mainly focusing our review today on the regular livery, but I'll review the mismatched one as well later in the video. So this is the last review model. So I first start off by reviewing the box of the model, then I'll do an in-depth analysis of the model itself, and at the end of the video I'll be giving these models a cumulative score. So nonetheless, let's get started. Alright, so start with the box art with these two models. So these two models have a box art that goes together, so it creates a wonderful image here. So so here is the regular livery box art there, and then the mismatched livery there. So on top of both these boxes, you have United titles, and then you have the Boeing 767 titles, your CGI images in the middle, then your registrations on the bottom right. The standard Evo Blue version has a registration of 673 Uniform Alpha, and then the mismatched version has the registration number 641 Uniform Alpha. So here are the bottom of the boxes there. So so you have your CGI images in the middle, and the Boeing 767 titles on the top left, and then you have the barcodes and the I numbers on the right. So the one with the hard landing repair has the registration of 1700-007, and the standard version has not registration, item number of 1700-003, and there's the barcodes. Interesting thing to know with these recent NG models is they do not feature their logo on any more of the boxes of their models, or the CRP cards for that matter. So that's something different to note. So left side of the box you have your United titles. Top of the box you have the CGI images once again. And the right side of the box has the United logos. And here are the back of the boxes here. And and basically they're exact same as the front of the boxes, but except for this time they have the barcode and the I numbers on the bottom left, and the warning labels and on the bottom. And starting off with the regular livery United 767. And alright, so starting with the front portion of the model, here of your cockpit windows. Yes, these are a little bit too high, and they're a little bit stretched out too much, so those are not realistic there, so that's pretty unfortunate. Then you have your weather dome, you have your Star Alliance logo, the L1 door, you have your nose landing gear, and you have the gray belly over here, as well as the blue swoop. And then you have your United titles there. You have an anti-collision light and an antenna on top. You have your emergency escape doors, and then you have the emergency escape halves on the wings. So those are looking great. And then you have your winglets. So unfortunately on this model, the winglets are too small, and they're more like a Boeing 757 winglet instead of a 767 winglet. So hopefully NG will resolve that in the future with their 767 products. But that is an unfortunate thing to note. And then you have your flaps and slats details on the wing. At least those look great. And then you have your Pratt & Whitney engines here, and the engines look perfect. Nothing wrong with them. And then you have your landing light there, and then you have the other winglet there. So that's looking great, and it has the nav light on there. And then you have your SATCOM box, another antenna, any registrations number 673 Uniform Alpha, United States flag, and you have your L2 door and a beautiful Evo Blue tail. Looking flat out amazing. And here is the back portion of this model. So here you have your APU exhaust, and you have the vertical stabilizer / horizontal stabilizers. And then you have the back of the wings. And here is the bottom of the model. So here's the bottom of the tail there, looking great. And then you have an antenna. You have your main gear, and the main gear do roll perfectly. Wish they would tilt, but but maybe in the future, NG will add tilting landing gears to their products. And then you have the Sandhold, your anti-collision light, and your two Pratt & Whitney engines. And you have the bottom of the wings, and the bottom of the wings are looking great. Yeah, and then proceeding on to the front of the model, you have your nose landing gear. And here is the front portion of the model. So start with the front portion here of your cockpit windows. They're looking beautiful. Looking good. I wouldn't say they're beautiful, but they're good. And yes, they look better, on the front view. And then you have your Pratt & Whitney engines there, so these are looking great here. You have your great fan blade detail, and you have your landing light there. And then you have the front of the winglets there looking great. You have your nav lights. And then you have the insides of this Pratt & Whitney engine there. And proceeding onto the right side of this model, so here is the R1 door. You have a baggage hold, and the R2 door, and another baggage hold. And that's pretty much it for the regular livery version. And moving on to the version with the repair job. So everything else on November 6th for 1 Uniform Alpha is exactly the same as the other version we just reviewed, but it has this repair job, and this repair job came from, I believe, a year or two ago. This aircraft had a hard landing over at Houston George Bush International Airport, and it sat there for a while, and then eventually it got a repair job. And briefly, I believe for a few months last year, this aircraft flew with the metallic metal green green plate there. So that's really cool. And it's great how NG included that on this aircraft, and I really love the metallic shade of it. So yes, and they did a great job on this model. It's always cool to have a unique model in your collection and a model with like a repair job, or like a mismatch nose cone, something different. And it's something that NG, something that's unique to NG is they do release a lot of aircraft with mismatched parts. I'm typically not a fan of them, but this one I'm pretty much a fan of. It actually brings some substantial a substantial difference to the model, and it makes the model unique in one's collection. It's a good aircraft to represent your airport in like a maiden tanker or something. So so that's it. That's it for the review of these two models. So JT scoring of these models, I did take off 3 points for the incorrect nose shape and the winglets being too small, so 3 points for each of those categories, and took off 1 point for the landing gears just because the landing gears don't tilt. But overall, these models received a 73 out of 80, or 91%. So these are still great models by NG models. And alright folks, that is it for these reviews of these two wonderful engine models, the United 767-300. So these are some great models besides the incorrect nose shape and the winglets, though they're still great models. So I do still recommend for you to purchase these models. Though if Panda Models does release the United Evo Blue 767 in the future, I would wait for the Panda version. But these models are still better than the Gemini Disc version that Gemini released 5 years ago. So this is the only second time the United Evo Blue 763 has been done ever. So it's grateful to see these models, and I really can't wait to include them in my airport updates. So that is it for today's review, and I'd like to thank you all so much for watching this video, and have a wonderful day. Bye.